I love a halftime section. It's time to jump into another new band. I feel like I'm doing many new bands, and this is a British rock band from London, so obviously I'm even more intrigued. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jennifer Glatzhofer, but you can call me Jen. I'm a singer and a voice teacher, and as you can see from the title, I will be looking at Sleep Token, The Summoning. I have absolutely no idea what I'm in store for. This is a reaction and an analysis video. If this is your first time over on my channel, then yes, I will be pausing and talking about the vocals. If you'd rather watch the full thing uninterrupted, then I have left the link to the original video in the description below. But if you are looking for someone to just watch the full video uninterrupted, I won't be doing that because we're going to be breaking things down as and when we feel it. Have I spoken about my merch yet to you guys? I haven't in a while, but anyway, there's a link in the description below where you can pick up something real fancy. I think it's very helpful for these videos because I have no idea what's in store. For sometimes a nice chilling, refreshing drink of water or cup of tea is very handy. Before we get to the main part of the video, I just want to let you know that my Patreon link is also in the description below. There's lots of fun things going on over there, so if you find yourself enjoying my content and enjoying learning a thing or two along the way, then do go and check me out over there. Otherwise, hit that subscribe button and the bell button, and let's get to The Summoning by Sleep Token. Okay, first of all, I was slightly shocked by the dramatic drums that we just got right at the beginning. Whoa. Then, to complement the harshness of the musicality, we actually got a very breath-led vocal, someone who's very much creating dynamics with their breath. Like, we hear it outside of their words, like kind of breathing in and like breath sounds, not even on the words, and then within the actual vocal lines there's a consistent extra breath flow than needed. There's more breath coming through the vocal folds than the vocal folds connecting and touching, creating an efficient use of the vocal folds, which is really interesting. So it's creating something quite contrasting. Oh, I love the drum fill that happens as the vocal line starts. That's really interesting. What's the time signature of this as well? This is really interesting. I also, vocally, what's happening is we're getting that, what's the word? Oh, it's I've. Oh, interesting. Okay. I've got the onset to the word I, it's almost like we're hearing a an R. The letter R. Just, I've got, sometimes starting with an I've got like a vowel, we can sometimes be a little bit too harsh in the vocal folds, a little bit glottal, and obviously as we can hear here, we're hearing a lovely breath flow throughout the line. So we want to approach this quite smoothly, or breath-led, not a harsh with a like a harsh glottal onset. Gosh, and these rhythms, sorry, this is just so, I haven't even passed the first verse and I'm feeling so intense. So, I've got a river, river running right into you. Okay, so the alliteration, it makes sense that we've got a, I've got a river running right into you. Then we get that inhale, again, creating this imagery with this breath. Then on I've it's a lot more kind of tiny, like twangified approach, a little bit more. It's not glottal, it's quite smooth still, but definitely different from the first onset. I've got a blood trail, red in the blue. Something you say or something you do, a taste of the divine. And then divine, we get a glissando, a slide ascending. So river running right to you. The first line very heavy. Blood red in the blue, so that's a bit more buh. Something you say or something you do, very very sibilant. A taste of divine. So I'm not even looking further on the lyrics, just looking at this very first verse. There is so much thought going into these lyrics, which I love. It's very imagery heavy. I love, music video wise, it's very still, so we can really hone into the artistic choices of the lyrics. We're not even a minute into the song. Taste of the divine. You got my body, flesh and bone, yeah. The sky above, the earth below. Oh, okay, cool. We're getting really lovely, clear voice. I'm lost for words. We're getting a lovely, clear, connected voice here. Especially as we're going into this upper part, we're not getting breathy. As we ascend, our vocal folds are thinning out, right? So it's easier for breath to pass because there's less muscle connecting, less of the vocal folds connecting, not muscle, less of the vocal folds connecting. So as we're ascending, we're getting thinner. It's easier for breath to come through because there's less contact. So what we need to do in order to not, if we want the desired outcome to not be too breathy, we need to make sure that the vocal folds are still connecting as they're vibrating and creating sound. They're kind of doing this, but it's hard to choose to do it thinly. So as we're ascending and we want to maintain a connected sound, we need to include a little bit of a cry, a little bit of a resistance. We are beautifully showcasing this in this mixed quality, this head dominant mixed quality, because we're relying a little bit more on that thinner feel. It's really beautiful. And that's just this little section that we've just heard. The part before, we're still a bit more connected, a little bit on this upper part of his chest voice. You got my body, flesh and bone, yeah. The sky above, the earth. Oh, they get harmonies, like da 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 da, just like a da da, like a third away in that echo. Okay, wow. I don't know what I was expecting, but we're still early on in this journey. We'll still see. I love how we went higher the second time. When we descended, he actually maintained a thinner quality. So we kind of bringing that down a little bit. Because we're in the mix, we are still, connected. We didn't connect fully back to our thicker folds down as we descended. We maintained up there, but because there is a balance of the two, it's not like it's bringing down this thin falsetto sound. But the second time, or when we restarted that second phrase, we're grasping hold of these thicker folds again. Nice anchor point. Nice, if we start too thin and our intention is to get thinner, it's going to be quite tricky. Whereas if we start a little bit more fuller and respecting our vocal folds, starting in a thicker folded place, then obviously to get thin it's going to be way more evident. Oh, this is so cool. We made it quite soft. I'm terrified. And I don't know what I just did, but it sounded like they were kind of inhaling. It was like, mine just stops, which is really cool. There's the contact from the false vocal folds happening, and the little rattle there. It's such a, I think there was like a whisper effect just before. I want to know, I'm trying to count, I'm focusing on the vocals, but my brain is also trying to figure out what the time signature is, because I feel like it's constantly changing, so I'm trying to count, but then this happens that I was not expecting. Right, let's just look at the lyrics real quick. Okay, so we just had the Take Me Past the Edge, that was the high part, and then we came back See the Other Side. Okay, let's just listen to this part. It's that, so it sounds like it's like a forced heavily distorted scream, but then we get that high pitch. It's almost like it's doing that, but controlled, and that feels like a little bit more of an inhale. But beforehand, we have this whispery effect, so sending lots of breath through the vocal folds, but also like a vocal fry, eerie, just kind of charactery voice. And I believe it's saying that you've got my body. Is it saying those words? Oh no, to the other side. Right, it's just the lyrics before, See the Other Side. No. Oh, another dun 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 dun. These rhythms are so interesting. Okay, I've got like goose pimples. Oh, they're stretching these genres is so cool. I love as well when we do get that inhaled screen. There's another big screen that we have. The range of where the guitar is, and also those like those stabbing. I can't remember what that was on now, but it feels very, very intense, very much complementing the sound that we've just heard from the vocals. Yeah, it's this like harsh scream, then these fast rhythms, very intense, very kind of open space sound. Then to go from that big impact part of the song to this next impact of the song, but going through something different, bringing down the volume, very whispery. There's like hardly no tones. There's hardly any contact with the vocal folds, just pure breath sending through. Oh, I love that triplet. Whoa! No. Did you hear that rising chord progression? Wait, what? I was not expecting this to go into such a legato fluid guitar. Like from those short staccatos, like stabs that we just had, going into this section so suddenly. No, I'm sorry. Do you hear that? It's on, like it. Do not focus on the guitar. Obviously it's beautiful, but I'm focusing on the chord piano progression at the back. Dum dum dum. Like it's more than that, but listen. That's so pretty. Okay, I was not expecting to get a little bit emotional from this song. Wow. Okay, we had a little moment as well where we're like heavy music, and then breakaway. We have that silence is so important. It's so effective. Where are we going with this? Like, won't you show me what it's like? No, we're on the Raise Me Up Again, aren't we? Because we just had the sky above, the earth below. Wow. The contrast of just the pure okay, it's called The Summoning. We have like the other side, the talk of the other side, earth below, sky above, so it's like opposites. So I love how vocally we're getting this pure like angelic rise. It's an ascending passage vocally, but we're maintaining a beautiful head dominant mix. It's very clear, it's very connected, and then especially here at that same moment we get that distorted scream happening, like just rattle a pain. It's so like opposite and contrasting the two. It's so effective. I don't know what's going to happen in these next. We're only like halfway through. Okay, we have this halftime section, which I'm absolutely here for. I love a halftime section. Who doesn't love a halftime section? It's real groovy. What was terrifying was this these like scratches. It kind of makes you it's a very on edge song. Like, not only of the instruments causing this, but also you just don't know what's going to happen next. So it's just very much like okay, before we continue this, we're getting some real slow synthy kind of, and the lasers coming out as well. I am preparing myself for a heavy drop. I feel like that's what's to come. But yeah, these sustained notes really holding on. Again, every section is so different. I don't want this to end. Okay, listen to this with headphones as well, because they're really panning out. It sounds like it's musical instruments, but it sounds like a call, like a vocalization. But I think it's I'm trying to figure out what instrument it is. They're like, what? Like just kind of a call around, just really effective. Something that's quite common, like it was in that other floaty legato guitar section, is the piano. Here we're hearing a piano again, which I love how evident that is in this. It's just, yeah. Okay. What is this? Okay, there are... It's so snappy, it's so abrupt, it's so different. The voice, there's a little bit of an effect to it, a bit more of a distortion effect with the like post-mixing production, so effect on the mic, effect on the editing after. But it... How is this so different? It's so cool. It's so... Again, some really nice rising chords happening though. Okay, we're getting also some like added ad-libs as well happening on the section behind. It has this ensemble choral feel to it, which is interesting because we're kind of having these empty sections musically, so it's kind of very different. And that... as the beginning. Oh, so cool. So we get a full like full circle going back, completely different instrumentation wise, like backing, but also vocal wise is different. The diction is so cool here. Okay. Oh, so we didn't actually return back to this like heavy screen. There was a moment before, but we returned back to, well, the final... Yeah, we repeat the words. You've got my body, flesh and bone. It's like sung with a completely different intention, completely different backing as well. So sometimes it's nice when we have full circles with a song. This one just kind of left us like, okay, what's next? Okay. I actually really, really enjoyed that. I think there was a lot of interesting things happening that it kept me on my seat throughout the entire thing. Like they said, it took me past the edge. No, that doesn't make any sense in this. It was very, very interesting. I'm very intrigued to hear more. Where do you think I should go after this? What should I listen to next? What should I watch next? Let me know in the comments below. But otherwise, do check me out over on Patreon. And I'm quite flabbergasted after that. Hit the subscribe button, the bell button and thumbs up button, and I'll see you very soon for another video. Bye.